finds its way onto the ban list, which is a big change.
Exactly. No more Yuumi for Zven. That's what they're targeting as the issue. LeBlanc going to be banned out as well. We're still probably looking at the potential of that Sivir and Zeri trade. Lulu does become more high prio, though, if you actually want to go towards one of those enchanters. Of course, Huhi could respond with an enchanter of his own, such as the Soraka showed in Game 5 of the series yesterday.
Already saying, hey, Blaber, we trusted you on the Wukong, and we still like Zven on high priority enchanters. You want a mid laner, go for it. You want a top laner, go for it. This is what we value. Taliyah hit the ban phase last time, grabbed early here for Abbeddage.
This champ has been big for 100 Thieves and for Abbeddage, really allowing him to help out those side lanes like no other. See if it's enough here to push it to another game.
The one time 100 Thieves beat Cloud9 in the postseason. This record, by the way, is 1-5. He was 8-0-9 on this Taliyah, and closer was on Poppy. So they got 2/5 of the comp already of the one they had against Cloud9 back in the upper bracket.
Absolutely, and we got to see them actually play this Poppy Taliyah against EG as well. Something that they really did like. You can set up the wall comes in, Poppy slams someone into it, you look for that hard engage, the pincer moves. When you are first to set up at an objective, it becomes very difficult to approach because you know Taliyah is going to be looking for this angle to wall you off and then go.
All right, Huhi absorbing bans down there in support role. Cloud9 trying to take out those engage supports again. He has been such a big playmaker. 400 Thieves definitely agree with the choice.
And I think they're just going to ban Ornn again, right? It has been something that they've been wanting to keep off the table. Interesting. So instead, they're going to go for the Renekton here. I wonder if they then go Aatrox on 4 and kind of throw down the gauntlet a little bit. We know that he's willing to play Fiora though, so it does become kind of risky. So it's just interesting. Like, is he going to be the one to go Ornn?
Yeah, I feel like Fiora is a bigger counter pick as well.
Yeah.
So let's see, the blind will be first here. This is going to be actually mid lane matchup for sure. You're already seeing Taliyah. Last time around, Jensen did play the Anivia to it, and even though they lost, still did think he was a very good Anivia.
Oh, and it's Zilean again. They're happy to send him home early.
I mean, they're basically just running it back, right? They're trying to get as similar of a composition as they can. Mid-jungle going to be staying the same. Of course, there is a swap up in the bot lane. No more Yuumi. It is the Lulu there instead, but their Sivir is the same. Alistar would make a lot of sense if you're looking for that type of engaged support, if it's not going to be an enchanter answer. And it is the blind Fiora once more. And we do have to remember, Ssumday was getting the better of Fudge in this Jax matchup on top side. So what is the answer now?
Meanwhile, on the bottom side too, really good last pick here, 400 Thieves. Again, the Alistar to the Sivir, one of those classic ones. Always going to be able to get off your combo onto the Sivir regardless of spell shield. And Huhi, the importance of this guy for being the engage for this team is everything. That Alistar is the primary engage for this 100 Thieves team. Huhi came up big yesterday for this team when they needed him, and he's going to have to again.
Absolutely did. So it's 5th pick Gnar here, so not the most exciting, not really a counter, it's more of an answer. Did not feel comfortable with how the Jax game went, and I do think it's a good decision to swap it up here. Now, the Gnar's job is not going to be to dominate this lane, it's more to just absorb pressure to set themselves up for a better situation later on.
I am honestly worried for 100 Thieves here because this iteration of Champion Select is a lot like the previous one, but with some small positive, I feel like, tweaks for Cloud9. Fudge on a more stable laner up there, doesn't have to go so aggressively, can play very, very defensively on the Gnar. We'll see though, Blaber had an outstanding performance. Can he actually repeat that?
And can 100 Thieves with their...
Will we have a reverse sweep? Will Cloud9 close it here? Let's find out. Game 3 begins. Summoner's Rift once again, blue side for 100 Thieves, hoping they have made the adaptations needed to withstand the assault from Cloud9 so far.
We have not had a single 3-0 all playoffs long, and we're into the finals with such a massive early start for Cloud9, but this playoffs has taught me, always look for the comeback angles. So 100 Thieves, they got to put it all on the line, backs against the wall here to try and push this series forward.
And while we haven't had any of those 3-0s, it has been Cloud9 that have often been the ones avoiding the 5th game. They're winning 3-1. They're not the ones actually going to Silver Scrapes.
And again, we set the time trial. Cloud9, you are faced with a 25-minute 56-second timer.
Yep.
If you can win the game before that, you also get the accolades of the fastest LCS finals ever.
Yeah, to be clear, 57 is tie, 56 is win from what I was told, so that is the number you're looking for. See if they can get it right now. I love the tweets. No way they come back from a 0-2.
Oh, the invade.
Already, Huhi gets the triple stun, gets the slow as well, and is able to flash to safety. Glacial, like a bit more space, now Red is attacked.
But Closer did the Raptors. He's level 2. He doesn't have Smite, though.
And
but
they know.
Blaber, does he know? I don't know that they spotted this.
Scoreboard should always show you there's only 4 charges on the Smite left, so this is always knowable. And it's why Cloud9's like, dog, if it doesn't switch aggro, but the tackle make it switch aggro, Blaber's low, he smites for health, Zven gets the kill credit. And now they're back on. Ignite is on. First blood goes to Zven as well. Blaber flashed to safety. FBI stuck in the pit. Abbeddage flashed for a bit more. Level 2 means damage. Blaber can't go in just yet. They keep fighting. Abbeddage forced out by Zven's red buff. Jensen can't land the bomb.
Oh my goodness, it's insanity! In the start of game number 3, Cloud9 with the sneaky red buff invade and spend. Swapping over to support. Guess what? He could jungle too. He gets it with the Glitter Lance auto there on the red buff, and he also gets the first blood kill.
It's just Armageddon at the red buff, but Closer, he is level 2. Blaber had to base, and now he's going to have to start so late at level 1. His Raptors are going to be gone. He's going to be doing a leashless level 1 start at 3 minutes into the game, so Blaber is way behind.
And Closer gonna leverage that. When you have a jungle advantage like this, you know that the Wukong did not steal the red buff, so still level 1, so he takes away Raptors as well. Closer way far ahead in the 1v1.
Blaber gets info. Again, no red onto him. He's got a level deficit. He's able to kill the control ward. That's worth XP, by the way. He gets his first XP of the game. I guess sharing the kill matters a bit there, but he's going to be unperturbed going for his own red buff.
Exactly, and Phreak is going to lose out on the first crab. Goes over to Closer.
I do like Zven roaming up here, though. You've got to protect him. You know, Zven is the one who actually got ahead from this. He got the kill. He got the red buff. So, you know, moves up, protects Blaber on this first clear. And it looks like he's potentially even going to continue, you know, moving out, trying to get a little bit of vision before going back down towards bot lane and grouping up with Berserker, who already has an extra longsword himself.
A true support supports the whole team, not just the AD carry. He's coming in here to help out the jungle as well after taking that red buff, making sure the coast is clear on the bottom side as well. While Berserker is honestly playing this bottom lane quite easily. Is a big CS lead here for FBI in the early stages. But also remember, all these summoner spells were blown early.
Of course, but yeah, 1v2. I don't know if the Lulu was actually spotted, but either way, he's been back pretty far. Early recall for the extra longsword there. Do you want to point out, though, that Fudge was forced to take an early teleport recall? Maybe he wanted it just for boots, or I don't know if he actually got low first, but I mean, a very, very early TP back to top lane, just for boots 1, the refillable. And Ssumday, still with the CS lead, has complete control of when he wants to go back.
Yeah, it's really unlikely that he wanted to go back that early, so probably took a rough trade. You know, we didn't really get to see what was going on up in that top lane while we were watching down towards bot. Tier 2 boots rush, pretty common though, in these types of range versus melee matchup. That move speed so important, not only to retreat, but also to be able to chase down Fiora if she goes too aggressive.
I'm looking for what Closer can do specifically here in this game 3 to really set up 100 Thieves for success. They've got the Alistar in the bottom lane. Huhi, these engages, has Ignite up as well. They could try and force something around this area of the map. It would take that focus away from the top lane and allow, you know, isolated Fiora matchup up there for Ssumday to get to work.
Nice riposte. It's going to be, yeah, the jump away. So both playing well on reaction, riposte the stun, leap away from the riposte stun. You get enough time to see it coming, and well played on both sides.
Really nicely done, as we've come to expect from these two top laners, you know, two of the very best. And these, I would say, you know, are the guys in playoffs who are most willing to go towards these aggressive counters, right? Who are really willing to punish. Fudge being the first to kind of throw down that gauntlet of the Fiora, and Ssumday really picking up where he left off, bringing it out in their series yesterday, bringing it out 2 games here, flying today. If you have the mechanics, if you have the confidence to bring out the Fiora, it is a very difficult champion to punish.
So Ssumday takes the very aggressive recall TP, gets Sheen and gets a longsword, and says, I could walk it back. The wave would slow push toward me. It'd be a cannon wave, I wouldn't lose much, but says, no, I prioritize the XP and gold as much as possible. Teleport is down. It will be up by the time they're unleashed, but says, I want to get that last little bit of CS. Level 6 coming, basically this wave.
And Closer, I think he's also looking at what he can do right now. Early investment into movement speed here.
Really good damage. Jensen holds the ulti though as Blaber goes in for more damage. Be careful though, Closer going for a bit more. Will there be any surprise damage? Jensen holding the ulti. Not too much going on just yet. A bomb onto his jungler. Blaber goes in for the trade, wants to hit him. Nearly the kill, Summoner heal. He flashes, and he delivers the bomb. And it's going to be the revive as well, so Closer knows that Jensen could be the target. Q flash lands, Otto gets the kill, and Closer to retreat, but he's going to make it a 1-for-1.
Oh, that was a necessary counter kill there from Closer. He chases down Jensen with those boots of swiftness, gets the kill and the flash out of the Zilean. You have to think, if it wasn't for that there, 100 Thieves would have to be head in hands.
Absolutely, but still, Jensen getting ahead off this, gets a great buy, has the lost chapter here, so his laning is going to be so comfortable. The crowd loves it. Blaber gritting the crab here. And he's going to get the experience passive from Zilean as well. So even though he was put behind early, Zilean can donate experience to still try to get Blaber to a quick level 6.
I'd love to see Blaber and Jensen going back to their roots. These two, at the very beginning, when they first played together, Zilean Kindred, the matchup, jungle carry with the Zilean mid. And the communication is on point in their tower dive. We know this whole time, Jensen is level 6, so you're just waiting. When is he going to go all in here for the play? And that's why Closer has to back out here. And then even under tower, Blaber getting so aggressive trying to get these chunks because Jensen's saying, go for it, I've got you with the revive.
Yep, flashes in, gets the auto, lands the Q, then Closer, with the Swifty boots, chasing in, Q flash, gets the auto, Jensen tries to react with the flash, but once that auto attack's going, it's going, and you go down.
Exactly, he had to flash way, way earlier there to try and get out of danger, but always trying to save cooldowns.
Yeah, the timing was so tight for Abbeddage too. He burned his flash at level 2 to fight Ivor in the red buff, and the flash itself would have made him live against the time bomb second, but I'm not sure it was quite available. Sure, it's up now, but timing would have been tight at around 7 minutes into the game as they were fighting. Ssumday and Fudge again fighting over the wave, though it should be Ssumday with the lead. Sidesteps the ulti from Fudge.
This is such a rough spot for Fudge. He wants to get the wave in, but there are 2 roaming members of 100 Thieves.
Here comes the rest, though. Fudge does have flash. Now, can he get rid of all of it? Gets away from one, and there's the flash pull, the tackle back. They're gonna get it. Ssumday flash to get into range. They can just hand him the kill. Maybe one more summoner than was needed, but it puts the game back close for 100 Thieves.
And it's a perfect timing on this double roam. Jungle plus support roam up as the big wave is right in front of the tower, and Fudge is sweating, thinking, I gotta crash it, but I'm vulnerable.
Yep, absolutely. Ssumday pulling that wave, just trimming it just enough and threatening that all in so Fudge can't actually get the reset. And then playing that out very, very well. Now they're going aggressive onto Closer, trying to get a bit of a punish. Zven making his own support roam up here.
He's got no smite, though. It should be a freebie for Blaber. 1 HP, and it's claimed up, but now the team fight is what matters there. Is there an eviction? Yes, to get rid of the Wukong. He's got a second ulti available.
I think he wanted that ticket out. He got a free ticket out. That was a little bit dangerous there. Cloud9 escaping with their lives off the blue buff attempt.
But look at everyone's coming up now. Zeri is moving up here. FBI moving up. Berserker has arrived as well. We're potentially looking at a straight up 5v5 for this Herald.
He's going to reset one more time right now. Cloud9 not able to go for it just yet as Berserker and Zven will knock down the wave. FBI something similar. 100 Thieves on the river.
And there's a big wave on top lane. Fudge already behind NCS, so he wants to go grab the wave in front of his tower. They're just going to send their bottom lane back to bottom and try and collect the minions. It's not worth the flip here during Rift Herald, especially with the extra chunk of damage that Blaber did take and having no ultimate on Wukong for the team fight.
On our way to a small gold lead now 100 Thieves side. Cloud9 up by a little bit, but 300 for the Herald. Feels pretty good. Closer will knock down his own crab. Come on, 100 Thieves, want to hear it. You got it.
Honestly, I let the focus is more on the crab exchange than the dragon exchange to the other side of the map there. Cloud9 are going to take the bigger of the neutral objectives here and pick up the buff.
Always better, Kobe.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it was 2 crabs to 1 dragon. That feels, value-wise like chess pieces, 15 to 5 maybe, who knows. But right now, 100 Thieves still in a very tight game. Cloud9 up the Drake.
And look at Fudge again. This wave is actually in a horrible spot, and unbeknownst to him, Closer is behind him, right? So if he actually tries to reset this wave too heavily, Closer is going to wrap around behind him, and that's why Jensen is moving up. That's why Zven is moving up, because Cloud9 have the read that 100 Thieves are going for this play.
And you're going to see the heavy trade here. Ulti out from Ssumday. 4th shot, will he land it? And he's going to stop him up, and that means to get the damage. But now the revive comes through. But Zven being here makes it tough. They will not find the stun, but there won't be a kill either. On time was Jensen.
Both teams recognizing, again, these pulled waves by Ssumday are an objective in themselves. So as you say, Cloud9 send the reinforcements, and with the Zilean ultimate, they actually stop the really nice play from Closer there.
And this is basically just proper play on both sides. 100 Thieves now overloading the top side here. Abbeddage, Huhi, Closer, and Ssumday, everyone up towards top.
4v3, no Zilean ult. Fudge close to Gnar, flashes away, a knock up. Huhi can take the tower for a while, and they send back one. Here come the kills. Jensen should drop, but here's the re-engage. Stopwatch for Abbeddage. Gonna try to find the kill on the top side. Fudge able to trade back on a Closer. 1 for 1, a couple of plates claimed. Cloud9 answers the play.
Interesting too, because look at the AD carries. They had Berserker walking all the way up to the fight, so he pushes mid-wave before circling back and trying to get there in time for FBI, who gets alone time with the turret, starts to take off a turret plate of his own, so even more money.
Yeah, I actually think this was really smart, though, from Berserker, because he actually pushes out mid, then gets bought in time using the Ghost to actually collect a lot of that wave. So he is getting the additional experience. They're denying some from Abbeddage. Yes, FBI is afforded time to get that turret plate, but overall, golden XP, I think it's the right move.
And I'm pretty sure in almost all cases, a wave is better than a plate. It's a bit less gold if it's not a cannon, but it's more XP by a lot.
I will say it did look like Abbeddage using the Taliyah passive on the side of the wall, got back in time for the experience of the wave.
That's important then. We get attacking on the top side. Here's Zven, definitely gonna be a bit of a target there. No ulti, but has flash. Will he burn it? Fiora ult is on. Can he get out? Flashes back over behind his friend. They will stay alive.
So much action back and forth on this top side. Both these teams, though, surviving. The game feels like it's balanced on a knife's edge right now. One big team fight going one way or the other could really swing this series very, very heavily.
And again, since we do have the Zilean in the game again, the timing from Jensen, speeding up Blaber and looking for these engages with that Wukong, and the safety of an extra life, just allow one of the players in our league that is known for the craziest, most aggressive plays, more authority to take them.
And I do have to say, you know, if this game continues at this pace, if it continues to stay close, I do really like Cloud9's position. Having that Enchanter, having the Zilean as well to buff up Berserker is going to give him a monumental advantage over his counterpart FBI, and how he can play out these team fights. It's just going to be so damn tough to deal with them.
And on the other side, for 100 Thieves, guess what? It's a similar story. The Fiora with the lead. Divine Sunder is done for Ssumday again. He is the point of power for 100 Thieves.
And that's why it's going to be up to Cloud9 to try to control these dragons, control these objectives, to pull Ssumday out of the side lane and force him to 5v5, which is where they want to be.
Well, on the side lane is Ssumday, who's honestly 2-0, but the gold probably relatively close based on the fact that farm versus kills. Ooh, a really nice combo though, Zven. Gonna self-ult, doesn't have flash, dropped. Huhi takes the kill, and he can kite out. FBI safe enough for now, but has to respect the rest of the damage out of Berserker. Kills the wards. 100 Thieves get the pick.
They take matters into their own hands, find themselves some more gold, slowly increasing this lead, and then getting right back through those waves, push them immediately. This also means they got vision of Blaber, so Ssumday on the top lane there, that Fiora gets to push into the tower, knows he can't get ganked by jungle.
And this is why they went for the Taliyah. They want to be more active in these early stages. They want to be able to shove the waves, move towards sides, create action on their own terms, because it had felt like Cloud9 was the one really dictating the pace. And Jensen now looking for the slowdown double bomb.
Dodging many of it. Will they get the shove back or anything? Just some damage. Overall takes the better of that trade by a couple hundred health. But as Jensen's back under his tower, he'll be sharing farm with Zven. And a recall out of Abbeddage can always Walser back to the lane here. Top lane farm advantage is with Fudge. Again, 2-0 versus 1-1. The question is, can Ssumday get the rest?
It's interesting because Ssumday want to index into the split pushing there, take down these towers, whereas Fudge here with the Gnar pick is looking for the team fights with the rest of the Cloud9 squad, trying to be that beefier front line. So as Dragon comes up, 100 Thieves are the ones getting the first foot into the river for the vision to set it up. Huhi has been their playmaker. Huhi has been the one wrapping around, looking for these flanks on the Alistar, trying to start that fight.
And when you're playing this style of composition here with 100 Thieves, the first swing in that team fight is going to mean so much. Denying vision, landing the Taliyah wall as they try to come in, cutting them off and finding the engage off of this. Abbeddage is on the top side of your screen, looking
Coming.
for that wall to zone them out.
Blaber and won't though, stunned in place though. Good
There
damage,
it
jumps
is.
right back out, and there's the wall. Separates him, locks him in place, shoves him back. You'll get the res, but will the rest of it matter though? Is there a fight? Closer drop. He's got a smite for a heal, or the Drake would kill him on Agros. He'll stay alive, but a huge Mega Gnar from Fudge gets two. Staying alive in the front line. Blaber has to run. Fudge low, but 100 Thieves withstand for now. Berserker happy to keep hitting. Can he get the ricochets? Closers one hit away. Blaber finds the kill. The ricochet gets the second. And Cloud9 do not care what your early game gold lead is, because they've fought and died over the river, and they will win it again.
And they get the Cloud Dragon on top of it. My goodness, those front line health bars got so low, kiting backwards at the last second with their flashes.
You look at those low health bars, but then you see Berserker protected in the back line, afforded the time to get those autos out here, and that is the problem here. But the setup was good for 100 Thieves. They get the Taliyah wall down, and they look for the engage, but it's Jensen arriving in time that helps to bail them out.
And it's the perfect Zilean counter here. Yeah, you shove back Blaber, full combo used on him. He just gets the Zilean revive. So at that point, they are winning the cooldowns here for Cloud9. You see Closer into the Dragon Pit, barely escaping with his life. So then it's a relative 5v4 in the actual fight.
Absolutely, but then you look at Berserker, no one is touching this man. Fudge buying space in the front line. Both sides getting incredibly low. Closer down very low. Blaber flashing out at low health. Everyone is low, but we're back to live. We're scrapping.
We're fighting again, this time on the top side. Blaber gonna be the target, getting it low. Will there be a res? Who's gonna be the target? Already they've killed off Closer, and they're just fine into this one. Cloud9 having to fight again and again and again. Huhi dives on in, sets him up. Will they get the knockdown? Zilean ult is down. Finally one on the board, but it's already traded back. On the sides is Fudge. Gets the stun, but it's reposted. Ssumday goes for broke, and his angles are exactly that. 3 kills for Cloud9, losing only 2, and they get the 4th. FBI, it's time to run away.
It's a bloodbath, and Berserker is swimming in the Thieves. Cloud9 take over Summoner's Rift.
These two enchanters behind Berserker is Zilean and the Lulu, speeding him up, sending him in, and the Cloud9 carry is reigning supreme over the Thieves.
The rookie here for Cloud9, Berserker on the Sivir. So much work being done. Here's another setup as it's Huhi gets the combo onto Blaber into the seismic shove.
And honestly, 100 Thieves got a lot of confidence because the Zilean ult is popped here, and they don't really get a revive. So they say, all right, we can actually go for the play. This is when they call for the TP. In comes Fiora, who's backed away from the Gnar, and then Huhi goes for it, flashing in, finding that engage. They decide to dive deep and try to knock him down.
It's so close down to the last second here because we get a big amount of burst damage onto Fudge, and Ssumday says, this is it. We've got to win now. We've got to go for it. So they trade top laners 1-for-1 in the aftermath there after Riposte is already down. That just leaves Berserker with 2 enchanters behind him. 2 supports buffing him up, speeding him up to chase down 100 Thieves.
And he only popped the Sivir ultimate at that very moment at the end of the fight there. Gets the ulti ready, and look at the damage. The health bars may be close, but if you are not stopping Berserker, you are not winning the fight. And this guy is getting so far ahead now. Nearly an entire item up on his counterpart. He's got the PD.
What an absolute phenom. Rookie, by the way. Coming into the LCS and turning heads. They're going to find Jensen as the target. Has the revive. They may let him hit it. And they're going to put a stopwatch. But will there be the answer? Yes, Closer gets 1 kill, but the return is already there. 1-for-1. Huhi, an easy target, knocked up. Will Blaber get the kill? He's got reinforcements. Blaber might not make his way through. And 100 Thieves get their 2nd kill, getting that little bit closer.
100 Thieves fighting back, but in the meanwhile, it is Fudge in the top lane pushing up for this tier 2. There's no one there to answer him. So he may even be able to knock that down. And while they did get a couple kills, Berserker gets one back of his own. And the gold still staying heavily in the favor of Cloud9. FTX gold advantage now up to almost 4,000.
Non-stop action in the finals here in Chicago. You can hear it with every play. Berserker gonna get even more money with the isolated tower take afterwards. So a lot of objectives here won by Cloud9 despite the 2-2 kill trade for 100 Thieves.
4,000 gold, 2-0 on Drake's, the 3rd one coming soon. And C9 never shy away from a fight in the river. I mean, what is Drake but a giant flying crab? And we know Cloud9 will be fighting for that again.
Berserker is #1 most wanted champion on 100 Thieves kill list here. Everything for 100 Thieves should be focused on trying to find that kill, that pick onto Berserker. Even burning some summoner spells first so they can get an opening. Huge bounty on his head. Everybody in the game is looking at him.
And the big problem is he has both summoners available here. He will be difficult to pin down with a Lulu and the Zilean behind him. But this is a key moment in the game here. Blaber going forward, he's looking for it.
He's gonna flash engage, knock it through there. Will they get the rest of the kill though? Abbeddage still attacked. The double hit back by Closer. Buys some time, but it's gonna be ground beef from the 100 Thieves support. Huhi is down, the Drake is coming up, and Cloud9 should be guaranteed #3.
They get a kill on the side there. Huhi down, double summoners down on Abbeddage. Cloud9 will move to Soul Point here. The Poppy ult was good, but it was not buying them enough time to really get anything done.
It's hard to see how you stop this Cloud9 momentum. So much building here in this series. 4,000 gold ahead. Soul Point on the way. Berserker performing magnificently on the big stage here with all the pressure, all the noise from the crowd, and he loves it.
25:57, the time to beat for the fastest ever LCS final. And though 100 Thieves' birthplace may be Chicago thanks to Nate shot, Cloud9 about to evict them with how heavily they are slaughtering the competition in this final.
And Cloud9's improvement has just been incredible. You look back to even that first playoff series against CLG, it was close. That next level that they really just shot towards when they played against EG, when they played against 100 Thieves the first time around, was nothing short of astounding. This team has come together at just the right time, peaking deep into playoffs here, and looking like no one in the LCS can touch them.
A top laner comes a mid laner, comes back to a top laner. They lose their support and former top over the previous split. Jensen comes out of retirement, made Worlds again, by the way. Zven role swaps because he wants to be on a team good enough to win a title. Zven, the difference maker in a team being good enough to win a title.
Sounds to me like the systems are working as intended, fellas. Cloud9, never doubting here. Let's see if they can finish it out, though. Objective bounties are on the map to show just how big of a lead it is.
And they're clearing out vision here around the bear, and there's just that one D-port on the other side of the pit, but 100 Thieves have no vision in the pit, so they're trying to push in, but Blaber's looking for the flank.
And here comes Blaber. He's going to see everyone in his eye. A quick tackle for Closer. Buys some time. FBI is untouched. Abbeddage wants back in, though. Huhi flashed to safety, but can the AD carries do it? Fudge pops off. He sets up two. Zven stays alive. A double kill for the Gnar, and Blaber just revives. Jensen happy to mark Abbeddage for now, but maybe they still find the kill. The bombs come in, and the kills follow suit. Ssumday gonna drop a double kill for Berserker. The rookie becomes the raid boss. The ace comes through, and once again, Cloud9 take no prisoners.
Berserker goes godlike, and Cloud9 will take the Baron and surely take the title now.
You can hear the celebrations already beginning as the Baron recalls go off. Cloud9 will reset, and they will get right back to business.
If they're speed running, they got a minute 30 to make it happen.
Fudge is celebrating with them, hands in the air already.
He was chanting with the crowd. They can feel the rumble on stage of the Chicago Cloud9 fans behind them.
What a path this year it has been for Cloud9. Coaching changes at the beginning, all the role swaps, but now it's just clean League of Legends.
It's the explosive engage again there from Blaber, denied very well by Closer, but as Fudge hits Mega, he sees the window, flashes in, gets the Mega Gnar on two, and that felt like it sealed it. Abbeddage did his best fighting from this position, was getting so much damage out. As the ulti was used on Blaber, you think maybe he can make something happen here on a Jensen as he lands the seismic shove. But Zven is there, bailing him out with the ulti, and as the Cloud9 carries close in on Abbeddage, their dreams in this fight start to fade.
And it's a clean ace. No Cloud9 member going down. The Zilean revives, the stopwatch comes through. They use that wall by blue buff so effectively. Both Zven and Jensen baiting them against it.
He wants it, and that was basic cooldowns. He pressed W, Jensen pressed E, Zven pressed W. Those are all back by now. And FBI flashes or ults and runs for the hills.
And still, Berserker sitting on that flash. They have been unable to force it. Blaber's going in!
He's gonna try again. Bit of time bot, but they still get the front line. Huhi dies to the ulti, but they trade one back. A crucial kill, an overstep. The raid boss is down. He's dropping purple minions everywhere, but 100 Thieves bought some time.
Closer's not done. That Poppy ultimate changed the game. He boots out Zilean. No revive there on Blaber as he's dying to the tower. 100 Thieves, they're trying to keep themselves alive here.
Closer trying his damnedest, rejecting the engage there from Blaber, then booting out the Zilean, as you say, gets them those kills, gets them the big shutdowns. But still, even with that, Soul is spawning here in 10 seconds. Can they get out to actually stop it? Let's watch the replay one more time as Blaber finds Eagle, but he's spotted on the ward as he goes in, and Closer tackles him back out. He gets knocked by Huhi, and then it's the ulti here from Closer, knocking out multiple members. Berserker's already in deep. The flash tackle there, the 1K shutdown. We're fighting for Soul.
It's gotta be this one. It's go for broke for 100 Thieves. Fudge harrying on the sides. He's got Gnar. That's gonna be hard to fight against. FBI can't really dodge it. Look at Ssumday, the solos here from 100 Thieves. Back on the wings, in the river. More damage lands from Fudge. I mean, he has the entire backline spotted himself as mid's pushing in. Can always go for the tower. And 100 Thieves just turn tail and run.
Yeah, 100 Thieves, they were thinking there. Maybe there's an opening while the Sivir is dead. They finally got a kill on the Berserker. Maybe they could get this quick Dragon Steal, but they delay too long. Cloud9 get Fudge immediately back out there. They stop the comeback in its tracks.
House of the Dragon Soul plays there by C9. Jensen immediate TP towards top lane, knocks down the tier 2, extending the gold lane to a cool 10,000. They go back to base. They buy all the luxury items here, and they will close in on 100 Thieves and look to finish up this game. Stopwatch available on Berserker. Stopwatch available on Fudge. Cloud9 can feel it. They are so close now.
Blaber on his own wards. Able to see Ssumday coming in and says, I'm actually behind you, buddy, but no reinforcements yet. Come into the base. The final purchases, 2 minutes until Baron comes up, but you have to believe they may just end it before then. Stopwatch still broken for Jensen, but a Magi's with 10 stacks in inventory.
This is so big for Cloud9 as an organization. They have always been the team for spring, and summer has been a nightmare. But here, really emphatically, strongly finishing. They're at the gates, almost there.
The only summer title this team has ever won was the first split they entered into the LCS many years ago.
The Cloud9 dynasty, we're on the way to it. And so early on, it was, well, everyone takes turns winning between TSM winning some more. And then you had an engage on the mid lane as Blaber's clone will die. And you had Team Liquid winning 4 back to back to back to back. And you split back and forth while the Cloud9, a repeat winner, looking for their 4th title, the 3rd in as many years. Now the engage is on to Ssumday, buys a 2nd, and that's all he'll get. They trade back. Berserker's on to the Nexus towers. Cannot kill FBI. He's low. He's not quite dead. And the Hellfire remains. A triple kill for a man true to his name. They will knock down the towers, and it's FBI left alone as he will watch his base die. Cloud9 find a rookie AD carry out of Korea, and he will do everything to uplift his team. On a role swap support, on Jensen out of retirement, on Blaber shaking off his demons. Cloud9, the most dominant team in the LCS, have won their 4th title. like to send to Worlds? Everyone unbiased says it's Cloud9. The best international team is Cloud9. Who do you send to Worlds? You send Cloud9. For the first time since 2013, they head to Worlds as LCS champions.
What a way to end it. The unofficial penta coming through there for Berserker. Fudge hoisting the trophy. Has been a man on a mission since his swap back to top lane. This team absolutely deserves it. They have peaked at the exact right time. They have showcased the heights that they can rise to, and it is far beyond the competition.
They have ramped up this whole playoffs, improving constantly, coming together as one to deliver us the only, the one, 3-0 of the entire playoffs with a dominant win here.